think it's working. Hello, Imperial Commissary, and happy Thirsty Thursday. Holy moly, I feel like it's back in the day when Thirsty Thursday was the thing for me. Back in college days. Let me find some music here for you, and then we're going to get going.
Honestly,
I got TV commercials. When you get into the room, say hey so I know you're here, so I know you can see me after I get a video started here, but I'm going to talk over AT&T Business because that's nonsense. I have AT&T for my business. But now we got yoga. But anyway, when you get into the room, let me know. Let me know you can see me, I can see you, and then we're going to get going here. We got a lot of awesome stuff. We are back by popular demand. We did Taco Tuesday like we always do, and everyone said, that's not enough. That's not enough. Do it again this week. So I said, fine, I'll do it on Thursday. And so we got a little bit extra time. The summer is coming. The con is planned. Oh, I do have some exciting ICC Con news. Well, nothing that exciting yet. But the hotel was happy, and they do want to work with us again. So I have a call set up for tomorrow afternoon to talk about the future of conventions. So keep your fingers crossed, keep your toes crossed, whatever it is that you do to keep hope alive. Do that, because we may actually have a nice place. Still don't have a number for what next year will cost me. So God knows. I know I'm a little bit traumatized from the previous years, but I think the Embassy Suites people are real sweethearts. So I'm excited going forward. Let me put up something basic, so that way nobody feels like they're left out or that they missed out if they missed the first item. I usually just put up like a regular figure with nothing. Here, how about a gonk? Can't go wrong with a guy named Gonk. Gonk, gonk. Nice gonk. Got really nice feet. Little scratching right there on that one, but not bad. More like a scuff. Got a nice looking gonk. Got a good stripe. Got good color. Good sticker. Starting at $1 until Andrea gets everybody tagged, and then we'll move on from there. So starting at $1, $1 gonk for $1. Alrighty, your comments are coming through, so I'll say, hey, Rocksteady Noakes first. There you go. Derek Cernak first. Not true. Rocksteady beat you. Aloha. Where are you at, Derek? Tell me you're in Hawaii, man, being like aloha. I'm all jealous. Getting your fish on. Good day, Nick. How you doing? You can see me, Rock? Cool. I can't see you, but I know you're there. Hi, everybody. What up, Derek? Steven, how you doing? How's it going? Andrea's tagging away there, I can see. Massey Michael, hi. Matt Dufton, awesome menu. Yes, sir. Teague, what up, dude? Sup? $1. Derek Cernak, $1. He starts at $1. So Derek Cernak's at $1, I guess, on the gonk. $1 on gonk. Massey Michael, Derek Cernak already got that dollar in there, so you'd have to go at least $2. But it is a nice gonk, so he's worth $2. More than $2. Aha, there we go. Look at how nice the IC is. Congrats, Rock. I accept second. The daunting speed. So what's up? Anybody got any questions? It's so weird. It's Thursday. Ooh, does everybody have a drink for Thirsty Thursday? I do. Andrea made it for me. It's Red Bull and vodka. Some people may call it vodka and Red Bull because Andrea made it. It's good. It's strong. We're going to have fun tonight. Massey Michael takes over at $3 on gonk. Gonk, 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 gonk. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week, a beautiful week. Tisby Thursday. Derek Cernak, $5 on my donkey buddy. $5 for you, donkey buddy. You donkey buddy, dude. I'm gonna bring out the Rebo band as soon as we get going here from Tuesday, because I know we didn't get to that one. There was a little confusion, so we'll get to the Rebo band. Don't you worry if you were waiting on that Rebo band. You get your chance today. What up, Frankie? How you doing, brother? What up? But I've got it right here on my desk, so I will not forget to bring up the Rebo band that you wanted. No worries. What is this? Twice in 1 week? Jeremy Schmidt. Yeah, they convinced me. Actually, I think it was Toby Black. Toby Black said you should do another one because what was it? Because we've all been shorted because I threw a convention and didn't do one for 2 weeks or something like that. So then he was like, everybody give a like if you want him to do another one and blah, 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 blah. And it became a thing. So I was like, fine, whatever. And I asked Andrea, and I wasn't doing that on Thursday. So here I am. Look, you can see my sunglasses. Sunglass mark. Howdy. I'm Woody. Howdy. Andrea's done. All right, so let's move Gonker over to letter A. Gonker-doo. Gonk, burber. All right. Let's take out the IC auction droid here. Thank you very much to Derek Cernak for the IC auction droid, making a cool thing that has been used like every single day since he gave it to me. So, as the IC auction droid helps us keep track, picks up great on the camera. I don't know if that was a plan or not, but well done, buddy. All right, here's that Rebo band that you wanted. There's Max. There's Sly. Doodles. What up, Arthur? How you doing? Hey, Trey. Hey, Trey. Hey, that worked out, buddy. Hey, Trey. There's Droopy with his flute. Droopy McCool with his flute of power. Sliced noodles with a headdress. Alright, there you go. There's letter B. Letter B. Great ICCC show. Thank you very much, Trey. I appreciate it. We try to do our best for collectors by collectors. That's where you get all the fun. FCBC, baby. FCBC. How about a Stormtrooper? Stormtrooper, whiter than the snow. You shoot super bad. It's okay. 'Cause you're super cool with your super awesome helmet. Storm Shadow. Had surgery today, so I'm not allowed to move. This would be nice to hang out. Nice, dude. Well, not nice that you had surgery, but good you had surgery if you needed it. Not allowed to move. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's try and trick you into a wave, bro. Stormtrooper, letter C. Stormy River. Super nice, tight Stormtrooper, really good paint. Letter D. Oh no, that's supposed to be letter C. Sorry. Stormtrooper's letter C. Letter D. Letter D. How about a droid? Ooh. How about 2 FX7 variants? We got Small Claw, and Big Claw. See? Big claw, small claw. But as you can see, they're variants. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I don't know why anybody doesn't really do FX7 variants because it has a lot of variants if you really bother to look at the droid. Small claw, big claw. FX7 variants. Will be letter D. So there you go. You got A, B, C, and D. Let's get you out something for crazy letter E. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, wait till you see crazy letter E. What do we want for crazy letter E? Oh, what's this? Tiki ships. Cool. These are actually pretty freaking awesome. I think they're just micro machines that he stuck to things, but we'll look. I don't know. They're meant to be like that. I've got 3 Empire and 3 Rebel, so we'll just do them like that. We'll do Empire and Rebel. What do you say? I need a... That'll work. All right. Just so I don't lick them, I will dab it with water to make it all nice. Y-Wing. Cool. X-Wing. These things are pretty freaking awesome, actually. Well, do I have any hand sanitizer or anything? They need to be wetter. There. Middle water. Oops, now I can't get it off of the water thing. There we go. Alright, Y-Wing. Millennium Falcon. Boop. And an X-Wing. These are cool little things to hang on your window. I don't know what they're from, but they are made for it. They all have little attachments and like a spot on the vehicle for the attachment, as you can see here. Ah, thanks, bro. I just poured some water in a bin. Chad found me some hand sanitizer. But they're all made for this, so I don't know what they're from, but they're really cool. So there you go. The Rebel Fleet. Crazy letter E. And then we'll do the bad guys next. But for right now, we've got the Rebels. The Rebel Fleet. So starting at $1 on the Rebel Fleet. That one fell down. right, let me read stuff. We got $6 on the Gonk droid, only $6, and he's a perfectly nice Gonk. I mean, I think that's cheap. So $6 on letter A. We've got 110, 125 on the Rebo band. Stormtrooper completes at $28, and the two FX7 variants are at $20. Stormtrooper's at $28. Sorry, the Flying Melindas. Here, maybe we. Those things are hard to see, but there you go. Letter E. Staring at a buck, can't go wrong. Stick them on your window. Massey Michael takes over on letter E at $4. All right, we got Gonk at $10. We got the Rebo Band at $125. We got that Stormtrooper at $28. The FX72 variants at $20, and the what are those called? Suction cup vehicles. The Rebel suction cup vehicles are at $4. Ooh, Andrea wrote window ornaments. Well, there you go. I guess that's the official name. Mwah. Mwah. Window ornaments. Mwah. We got Lester Yang at $15 on the Gonkarino. Matthew Michael takes right over on that Gonk at $16. We got the Rebo Band at $130. Hubert Holst. We got the Stormtrooper complete at $28. FX72 variants at $20. And the Y-Wing Falcon and X-Wing window ornaments are at $4. There. That's how you do it, Mike. Look at that. All right, we got Massey Michael at $19 on Gonkarino. Camber Baumgart hops in there on $150 on the Rebo Band. Hey, remember, please, to check into icforlifecharity.org. It is our federally licensed nonprofit for the Imperial Commissary. But also there is a live auction currently happening. Well, not live auction. Well, the auction is live. How does that work? I'm not on video, but it is currently happening. So check it out. But if you go to icforlifecharity.org and you click on the auction button, you'll see it mentioned a bunch of times on the page. Click on the auction, sign up, and register. And all of the buyer's premiums and fees and everything like that goes to IC for Life to benefit IC for Life. And it is a in memoriam sale for the Kilpatrick family. That's a very nice family, and Robert was one of our IC members. So please sign up, check it out. It's a good cause. It's going to be a great cause, and it's going to be a great cause forever for the Imperial Commissary. Also, check out the membership on icforlifecharity.org. Sign up for a membership if you have a big collection and you don't have somebody to sell it for you on the back end. Make sure to sign up. It's really, really good for your family to have a way to sell everything and get the most for it instead of just getting banged up on eBay and having all that work to do. So go check it out, icforlifecharity.org, and learn more about it. Ask more questions. I'm very excited about it. It has been working. There's still unbelievably good deals on the auction, but it's still not closing for another 15 days, so that's to be expected. But yeah, get in there. And everybody who's already signed up, thank you so much for supporting it. I see it, and I appreciate it. And there's so many of you, and you're wonderful. And all of us together are very, very powerful. And we can do lots of good. So I sure do appreciate you being on the team to make this happen. So thank you. Massey Michael. Oh, no, where am I? Oh, I missed a bunch of them. We got... Chris Laukenman, how you doing? Lester Eng, 23 on A. We got Cameron Baumgart, C at 30. We got Lester Eng at 35 on C. Casey Blevins, what's up, buddy? I didn't know you were here, Casey. I would have put up something paper on letter E. I actually brought something real cool, Casey, that I think you'll like. Check it. The toll marts, dude. So we'll put that up eventually. And I have another really cool thing here. Check it out. Look at that. So I brought you some fancy paper products. So that one's really cool. Tells you all about Return of the Jedi, so I think you'll dig that. Feels different this being on a Thursday. You be on this side of the room. It feels insane. I was actually working today. So now you get after work Mike with a drink in his hand. Good luck with that. Out on A. There you go. Matthew Michael says 155 on B, though. I think we only had 2 bidders on A. Let's get A out of there, and we'll move on to something else. We got Lester Eng in the lead on Gonk at $23. All right, we're going to call it for you, Lester. Going once on Gonk, going twice on Gonk, going thrice on the Gonkinator. Sold to Lester Eng. Hope it's a good drink and not just soda. No, actually, Andrea, it's a Red Bull and vodka, but Andrea even gave it to me. She's like, I think it's a little bit heavy on the vodka part of it. And I was like, that's okay. It's Thursday. But, nope. There's Kettle One in that there glass. Arg. Too bad it's not rum then, and then I could talk like this and say, arg, matey, it's rum in the glass there, arg. But I can't. I could say it's vodka. There's vodka in the glass. It's very good vodka. Very good vodka made out of potatoes in the glass. But it's Icelandic vodka, so I don't know what that accent is. So there you have it. What is it? Is that like a Scandinavian accent? I forgot I was pouring vodka. No, I don't think it'll light on fire because it's just vodka, but it's always time for rum. There you go. Well, my favorite, I like Kettle One, and if I'm at a regular bar or something, yes, I'll grab a Kettle One on the rocks with 3 limes. Ooh, sloppy Joes. See, Andrea writes sloppy Joes. I freaking love them. I'm actually starting to drool. I'm going to need a bip. But she, makes, the world's fanciest sloppy Joes. It's got, pieces of pepper, real peppers and onions, and, she makes her own sauce. It's freaking so good. I'm, drooling. I'll eat a sloppy Joe on the break. If you're wondering if they're, ready. I know they're not going to be ready, but I'd be like, They're freaking good. So if you're ever around Nashville and you feel like a sloppy Joe, you should totally try Andrea's sloppy Joes because they're extra sloppy for you. Oh, I need something. Sorry. You guys can really try to stay on top of me. I'm doing my best. What do you want? How about a perfectly perfect C-3PO? The removable limbs? No. So this is a fixed limb C-3PO. He's very, 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 very nice. Extremely nice. It is so good. I know it's just sloppy Joes, but it's not. They're so good. Andrea is an excellent, excellent chef. She can even make baked items. At Christmas, she makes 14 different kinds of cookies, and they're really fancy, nice, delicious freaking cookies. His head has never been cracked because I can't turn it. This leg has been cracked. That one has too. Actually, only the head has never been turned. You can feel it because if I give it enough pressure, it'll crack that chrome plating there. Beautiful, beautiful C-3PO. Started a buck. Man, Richard Totino's got me through college. Man, Totino's, dude. I used to eat Totino's a lot in college, right? And I like me some Tina's burritos. Don't ever get me wrong. Tina's burritos are delicious. Crazy Letter E is like these, like, they're windows. What are they called here? Window ornaments. But this is the Rebel Fleet. It's a Y-Wing, a Millennium Falcon, and an X-Wing. And they have suckers on them to go on your window. It is currently at $4. So, can't go wrong for $4. $2 on the beautiful C-3PO. And then, but Totino's Pizza, man. Oh, those are pizza rolls, right? What was that really cheap pizza? It was like $1. But it had like the flaky, crunchy undercrust and like the square little tiny pieces of pepperoni. I don't remember what that was, but it was garbage. And oh, my mom also says they could be called sun catchers. There you go. Jason McKee, $5 on the sun catchers. I don't know, they're pretty freaking cool, man. That's all I know. If one of them was a slave, I don't know. I think I already took the slave one because I remember getting that collection. And I think I kept the slave one of those. That was Totino's. Okay, so Totino's I used to do because it was good and it give you that good crust. And then they came out with that the little silver paper tray so you can make the crunchy crust in the microwave, which is nice. And but now, dear God, Totino's, man, I had one like I'd say probably 3 years ago. I think it gave me the worst heartburn I ever had in my life. So I don't think I could eat Totino's anymore. But, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm kind of like craving it right now. So that's a good idea. But, yeah, it totally gives me heartburn now. And I used to because it was like $1 for a pizza, man. How are you going to go wrong? Cameron Baumgartner and ramen noodles. And then I made I'll do the ramen noodles with a little bit of chicken and some broccoli. And then you do the stir fry. You do the stir fry with the ramen noodles because it's so cheap, It makes a pile. College was fun. I remember I had a buddy that used to do he was a promoter for the blue Pepsi one year that I was in college. So we were drinking nothing but that blue Pepsi. And God, it was awful. That stuff was just like straight fire. Yeah, 3 for $1 in college. There you go. Sure enough, Busch Light, man. And you used to get those, what were they, the 1 liter bottles of Busch Light? And we had this liquor store by my college. And we used to go down and we would get the cases of Busch Light and he'd give it to us after they expired for a dirt cheap. I don't remember, probably like less than $1 a bottle, cheap. And so we used to buy cases of it, and it would essentially like every 5th or 6th one you drank, it was skunked. But it was like whatever. It was so cheap, Yeah, Elio's Pizza, total ripoff. It is not the same as it was. 3 for $1, man. God, there's nothing like that anymore. Busch Light and Natty Ice, baby. Woohoo! An oldie 40 ounces, man. Gee whiz, I'm old. And Boone's Farm for the girls. Boone's Farm, man. Jeez. Where'd you go to school, Lyle? Was Busch Light just the general everywhere beer? That's very much me, so I don't know. Did you go in upstate New York? Well, not upstate, but like Hudson Valley. When I first moved out, I had often trying to scrimp. Yeah, sure enough, man. There ain't nothing wrong with a cheap meal. Texas Tech, baby. Woohoo! You'd have been fun in college, Lyle Jones. Be eating Totino's and Texas Teching it. D1 school. I went to a D3 school, so it was like way more close-knit and weird. But it was still, I had fun. I won't say it was a good school, but I made the best friends of my life, Well, some of the best friends of my life. I've made good friends since, so I don't know. I'm very blessed when it comes to friends, which is nice. Cameron Baumgart says $37 on CA is at $4. Okay, for some reason, a C-3PO that you can do this and his legs don't fall down is only at $4 right now. He's in great condition. It's a fixed limb C-3PO, and he's currently at $4, and I don't even see any scratches on him. And you can do this, and his legs don't droop. Well, one a little bit, but you know what I mean? Like, that's way nicer than a $4 C-3PO. All right, let's call some other stuff. We got Lester Ang. Oh, no, that one's over. The Gonk is already gone. C-3PO is at $4. Cameron Baumgart in the lead on the Revo band at $160. Stormtrooper completes at $37, and the FX7 variants are at $20. The FX7 variants have been sitting, so let's call that first at $20. FX7's going once, twice, 3 times at $20. Oh, 30 racks. A Keystone Light. Yeah, dude. 30 racks. Ain't nothing wrong with a 30 rack, man. Oof. Natty Ice, or if you wanted to feel real fancy, everybody would go in and you'd have like a 30 rack of like Bush or whatever. Keystone Light, yeah. Or, and then you get like 6 Yinglings, you know? And so you'd have like the Yingling to start and be like, whoa. As fancy as I was back then. That's hilarious. Oh. 20 packs for $9.99. How could you go wrong, man? Shoot. God, everything was so cheap, man. We're officially old people now, in case you were wondering. In my day, a 30-pack of beer cost $10. A is at 25. Well, there we go. We got some bids on A. Fancy was Coolers Light, man. The Silver Bullet, forget about it. You had to be one of them rich kids, have some Silver Bullet going on. Yeah, first page. Yeah, for sure, dude. You can take beer out of the paycheck. Sign me up. That is a good job in college. Being the beer guy. All right, we're going to go and we're going to call... Let's call Crazy Letter E for $5. Jason McKee, that X-Wing, the Falcon, and the Y-Wing window ornaments going once, twice, 3 times. Okay. What is B at? B is at 160. 160 on B. Let's do... How about a 2-1B? He's got the Tig Frome stick, so he's got some value. 2-1B, clear chest, very nice figure. Letter D will be 2-1B. And then we're going to do the bad guys here for the window sun catchers. What did I do with them? I just had them. What is my problem? The sun catchers should go there. All right, the bad guys. TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter, the Death Star. And an Imperial Star Destroyer. I put these on upside down so they're kind of hanging instead of floating, but whatever. There you go. Alright, so the bad guys, window clings or window suckers, Death Star, TIE Fighter, and Imperial Star Destroyer. I kind of put them all backwards, but whatever. New York City in the morning, have impact. City that never sleeps. Have fun, Lyle Jones. Travel safely. Enjoy the city. Ain't nothing wrong with NYC, baby. There's lots of things wrong with NYC, but it sure is a nice trip. So have fun. What is B at? B is at 160. I'm actually going to call B for Mr. Cameron Baumgart at 160, that Rebo band. So if you're into the Rebo band, speak now or forever hold your peace. Going once, going twice, going thrice. So, hey, and look, there's proof. E is already at $7, which is proof that the bad guys are way cooler than the good guys. At least their vehicles. Evil will always triumph because good is dumb. What up, Daniel? How you doing, buddy? The bid on C currently is $37 on the Stormy. Stormy! Stormtrooper, Stormy of the troops. You are the stormiest of the troops. Stormtrooper, do I have a little thing for the microphones? Yes. Yo! $1 million of them. Far away. Look at that. A couple chin guns on the floor. You don't want to hold on to those. IG88, I'm taking your bin. I'm using you for Rebo band mics so they don't break. Molto bene! Very nice, very nice. Very, very nice.
Ever since the T-38 came out.
Looking good. General Mills, Ohio. Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh. Why did I ever leave Ohio? The tabs are a little bit busted in there, see them? But it still fits in and displays perfect. You just can't do an upside down 360 or else it'll come loose. Well, I guess not, but still. Glass is great, great looking. And, ooh, that hood is real tight. Gotta really push the button in. Sticker's great on the hood. Super nice and clean. Not really damaged or anything. No scratches on the silver. Little black mark there, but just from driving. And actually it's scraping off, so it's whatever. Alright, there you go, Land Speeder, letter B. B is on Land Speeder. Land Speeder. Alright, let's call this Stormtrooper. The Stormtrooper is at $37 with Cameron Baumgart. Going once, twice, three times the Stormtrooper. Casey Blevins, $20 on B. How about we do Luke Endor? Last 17 in your programs. Number 1 in your hearts, Luke Endor. Sorry for everybody that has me on a big TV on surround sound. I'm sure that was annoying. It's not my fault. Andrew made my drink. With the black blaster. He's in great shape. I see absolutely nothing wrong with him. I see no scratches at all. I see no damage at all. Like, look, I see nothing wrong with him. It's ridiculously nice. I just dropped his blaster. But I'll find it. Hold on. Let me find his blaster. There it is. And a $1 million blaster to make him complete. Man, why didn't they give this Luke a lightsaber? That was garbage. Especially since he chopped the things off of the speeder bike with a lightsaber in the scene. I mean, give the guy a lightsaber. That was weak sauce. And it's also weak sauce that his helmet didn't remove. So if you're going to call 1-800-KENNER and let them know, they should know because it was nonsense. Alrighty, next up, let's call that letter A. Letter A is C-3PO at $30. Beauty of a 3PO, fixed limb 3PO, $30. Going once, going twice, going thrice. So, Matthew Michael takes over on B at $21. 3PO. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I am C-3PO, what is it? Human cyborg relations. And this is my counterpart, R2-D2. And this is our meatbag, Luke Skywalker. He pretty much crashes everything. You gotta be pretty demoted on the life scale to be C-3PO's meatbag. What was I doing? A new figure. You guys want anything different there? I'm missing a bag of weapons somewhere, dear, that has a bunch of Yoda snakes, if you happen to see it. I know I saw it, and I know I put it separate. God knows what I did with it. Here, have a forlorn. Or Zuckus, rather. A perfect Zuckus. He's just never been played with. You can tell he's just so shiny and nice. Look at how big his big old red nose is. Honk! Starting at $1. He is complete. I think it was. Where is it? Big box with the ships. That big box? Okay. I will check. The heck? I'll check on break. This is over there. It's no biggie. Okay, where are we at here? Let's call these suckers. Window clings, window supplies, window ornaments. At $7 for Jason McKee. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Jason McKee, 7 bonerinos. Bob Barberina, $7. Zuck, $5. I like it. Whoa. See at $90. See at $90. I know for a fact his blaster's worth double than that or more. So keep bidding on C before I say $1, $2, $3. Oh, C is at $200. That makes more sense. Thank you. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Tends to not know what's going on. Okay, I need a big bag. Big bag. Those are pretty cool, dude. Stick them on the Deltoff, you know? Or any glass surface. Okay. Ooh, let's do this one. Check this out. Official collector's edition of the Return of the Jedi book. Original price was $3.50 way back in 1983. In here, it tells the story of Return of the Jedi with some awesome pictures and some awesome behind-the-scenes info. So, the saga continues. Part 1 is about the story. The Rebel Alliance is continuing to struggle against tyranny and oppression of the mighty Galactic Empire. The Emperor has ordered the construction of a new Death Star, giant armored space station. Wow, spoiler alert, dude. Yoda, small. Ooh, look at that. Nice from McQuarrie in there. Full 2-page artwork of McQuarrie stuff, you know. Very nice. Ha! Above, Amon Calamari man. Read us the story. Any good? Pre-production. After Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi was to be our graduate thesis. Talks about sound effects. The sound effects departments in Star Wars has grown considerably. On Star Wars, nearly all the effects were produced by myself, working in the basement of George Lucas's house with his tape recorders. I would stay down there all day until someone shouted lunch or whatever. For The Empire Strikes Back, we did a lot of the work in Los Angeles in a sound studio. Now we're set up to handle a large volume of work in our own premises with our own facilities. By having a large department doesn't really alter the nature of the problems and the solutions. I often find that the best sound effects come from completely unexpected places. For instance, the engine sound for the Millennium Falcon comes from a recording I made of a P-51 Mustang, a World War II fighter, and an air show. Probably the most difficult sounds to come up with in Return of the Jedi are the voices of the alien characters. With a puppet or a mechanized model talking, you not only have the problem of trying to lip synchronize to the sound and the movement, but you also have to make sure the voice performs well, interacting with the actor of, say, Alec Guinness caliber. But if the voices are the hardest part, then I have to say that most often the big action sequences come relatively quickly. We now have an enormous library of explosion noises, more than 160 of them, which are certainly more than we would ever need. But I keep on searching for the ultimate explosion. The raw material for laser bolts and weaponry sound effects in Star Wars came from a variety of sources. I make expeditions to places like artillery, firing range, and missile bases just to collect sounds. Sometimes we hire real weapons just to record the sound of them firing occasionally. We'll mess around with 1/4-pound blocks of TNT, or blow up hills in the hillside, or explode trees or junked automobiles. Orchestrating an explosion, especially a big one, is a fine art, and I've been experimenting with the sounds by mixing in horns and shrieks and bells to give them more variety. The big thing is, you don't just want them to go boom. How interesting. And it goes on, and that is an interview with Ben Burt, the sound designer for Star Wars. Cool. Some beautiful Macquarie pictures in here. Like these ones. Bogolet. Bogolet in 1983. Look at that. Heck yeah, who needs podcasts? People always tell me to do podcasts. I've done a lot of podcasts. My personal review is that here, from Howard Kazajan, the producer. My personal review is Return of the Jedi is bigger and more challenging movie than Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back put together. It certainly has combined action as the other two combined, and more importantly, all the major plot lines and questions raised in the first two movies are finally resolved. George Lucas did a first draft screenplay and one he sort of doesn't admit doing, which he laid down the plot, stories, and characters. It wasn't quite resolved in the last fifth of the movie, but we all knew what was happening. There are four of us involved in the script: George, Richard Marquardt, Larry Kasdan, who wrote the script for The Empire Strikes Back. Even C-3PO, despite being able to translate millions of galactic languages, needs a helping hand from the script director, Richard Marquardt. There's Phil Tippett making the Rancor monster. This is a freaking awesome book. This is like the Industrial Light and Magic TV show on Disney Plus in analog form. Look, Lauren Peterson. Look at the originals. That's freaking cool. What is on D, please? D's at $20. Shuttle Speeder Bike. This is freaking awesome. This is a great book. On Location. Oh, yeah! That's my man's in them! There you go. Some lay-on slug action. Redwood Forest in Crescent City, California. This is freaking awesome. The visual effects department in post-production. Stop motion animation for the speeder bikes. Ooh, even the matte painting effects. This is a really neat book. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Just says official collector's edition, but it's like all Industrial Light and Magic and everything and interviews. It's freaking awesome. That's a great book. Lettery. Never seen it before personally. Return of the Jedi Special Collector's Edition, or Official Collector's Edition book. What is the bid on C? C is at $200 only. Doesn't that? I don't mean to be that guy, but doesn't that blaster sell for like $250 alone? This blaster, and the loop that's holding it is dead mint perfect. I hate saying dead mint, but he's perfect. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's gone down a lot, but $200 for just that blaster, I thought was the price of that blaster, but maybe I'm wrong. Or $250 was the price of that blaster. At least for a while it was. I don't know if it still is. Everything changes. All right, the land speeder's at $22. Let's call that. Get something else out there. Land speeder going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold land speeder. That book is freaking awesome, though. If I was a book person or a 2D person, I don't know. I've never seen it. And it's not just like the story of Return of the Jedi in book format. It's like the secrets of making Return of the Jedi in book format. Whoop. Where'd your gun go, bud? Yeah, there we go. Arthur Lou. Thanks, buddy. C228 on C. E is at $20. B is at $24. Actually, B is already sold. Can't help you with that, man. B is already sold. Son of a gun, I just dropped his blaster. It's like the world's biggest blaster. What? Say again, dear? B had a bid. Oh, it's still live? Okay. Sorry, Andrea said B had a bid and it's still live, so there's B. I gotta just find the blaster for Zuckus. I dropped it somewhere and bounced somewhere. Got it all the way back there. I'm never gonna reach that. It's all the way against the back of my desk. There. Alright. Ha! It's crazy how far a Star Wars blaster will jump. So B is still alive. I am sorry whoever was in the lead on B, but B is at $24 with Carl Nelson. It's 2-1B metallic. You know what, dude? He actually is. I didn't even notice, but yeah, check it out. Here's my white piece of paper. What's going on here? It's absolute chaos. There we go. But yeah, check it out. He is like a metallic. Cool, huh? I guess. Is that what you mean by metallic? He looks metallic to my eyes here, if that's what you mean. Casey Blevins, $25 on B. Alrighty. Let us call. What are we going to call? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? Casey Blevins in the lead on Luke Endor complete. It's a really, really nice Luke Endor complete with Black Blaster. I still think it's too cheap, but I don't know. But if you want to get in on that, it's very nice. Very nice. All right, what can I call up here? Zuckus? Zuckus, Bobby Luba. Yeah, let's call Zuckus, and then we can get something else up. Zuckus going once. Zuckus going twice. Zuckus going thrice. Sold. He was the Zuck before the Zuck. Zuckerberg. The action figure. 10 times more human. Alright. What do you guys want? You want a vehicle, a figure, I don't know, animal, vegetable, or mineral? Oh, somebody wanted one of these last time. The maintenance energizer, right? Michael Karagianis is in the lead on 2-1B. When I was first like collecting or recollecting, when I got like my stuff back from my mom, I remember I found a bunch of these little things, and I couldn't find out forever what they went to. But they go to the vehicle maintenance energizer, and I know that now. But I do remember, and I was like, what are those? Because they don't even look like Star Wars. This vehicle maintenance energizer is in perfect shape. Very nice. The stickers are great. That sticker's a little bit dog-eared, but you can stick it back if you want. But I was looking at it from this side, and it's nice. And then here are all the tools. Well, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tools. I don't know how many it's supposed to have. Is it supposed to have 8 or 7? I don't know. Either way, it's letter A. Aw, man. All right, let's do this. Hold on. I'm honestly not sure how any of us figured out anything about the vintage Star Wars before. Yeah, sure enough, man. The learning curve was slow. I remember when I bought my B-Wing Pilot Mint-On card with the Power of the Force coin. It was the only Power of the Force coin card I ever saw. Because I was from Torrington, Connecticut, which is essentially it's all the way east in a little tiny state called Connecticut. And so we did not have the distribution of, like, Sandusky, Ohio. You know what I mean? So I never saw a Power of the Force carded with a coin. So I thought the one I got was like the most rare, most expensive in the world, and that nobody would ever find another one. And it was just the Power of the Force B-Wing Pilot on a card, so not even got it. Hey, the Sundowners Club! You found us on YouTube, buddy. There you go. How you doing? Yeah, here's the live auction. I stream it to YouTube and Twitch as well. A-Wing Pilot? You want an A-Wing Pilot? I could dig up an A-Wing Pilot, I think. I'll look around. Aaron Moffat, $25 on A. All right, the official Return of the Jedi Collector's Edition book is at $20 with M. Kiernes. The 2-1B, we could call 2-1B at $21 or $25. Oh no, yeah, 2-1B at $25. Going once, going twice, going thrice. $25 on 2-1B. Luke is only at $230 with Casey Blevins. It does have the black blaster, Black Palace blaster. $1984 loose figures. Which ones do you need, man? I've been putting them out. There's one right there. Imagine being a 20-year-old in 1993 and seeing a Midnight Card Power of the Force yak and thinking it wasn't real. I know, right? Oh my God. You're like, oh, that definitely didn't exist. No way. I don't think I have an A-Wing vehicle. I don't. I know I have a shell somewhere. I have mine, but it's not for sale. I got a really nice ATST speeder bike. Snow speeder in a ridiculously beautiful box. Desert sail skiff. I got a Canadian Millennium Falcon. I got a Rebel Command Base. I got a Darth Vader Star Destroyer. You guys wanted an A-Wing pilot though, right? Let me see what I got. There's Boba Fett's in this box, yeah. A pile of stormtroopers. That's a good box. And it has an A-Wing pilot, so there you go. Really nice A-Wing pilot. No scratching on the nose or oxygen thingy or hands. He looks really nice here. Huh. There's no reason to ever do a Stormtrooper lot because Stormtroopers will sell individually. Now, if you want a Lobot lot, I can get that done for you. See, no nose scratching. Look at his hands. They're perfect. See his rebreather there. Very nice. I see nothing wrong with that A-Wing pilot. I see nothing wrong with the A-Wing pilot. And there is his blaster. Super tight limbs, 100% complete. Great condition. Last 17 in your programs, number one in your hearts, the A-Wing pilot. What is E at right now? E is at 25 bucks. 25 bucks. Casey Blevins is in the lead on E. All right. Aaron Moffat's in the lead on the vehicle maintenance energizer at $25. Lester Eng's in the lead on that land speeder. I'm going to call that next. Luke Endor complete is at $230 with Mr. Casey Blevins. I still think that's a killer deal. I do have a speeder bike with the box. I think it might be sealed though, brother. I don't know if you can get in there, but I think it's sealed. And the Return of the Jedi official collector's edition book is at $25, and I'm having a sip. All right, we got $75 the Sundowners Club for the A-Wing pilot. We got Alan Krebs at $35 for B. That's a land speeder. Aaron Schauner, $250 on that letter D on that A-Wing pilot. Beautiful, perfect A-Wing pilot. Aaron Moffat at $125. Michael Karagianis. Gee whiz, Mike. Michael Karagianis is in the lead at $275 on the A-Wing pilot. Lag in the chat is way off. I saw Andrea replying to me in the side chat over E. Hit refresh. I have a bid of $248. Well, there you go. Oh, yep, that's a bid that's been added since I read it. So $248. The Luke Endor is yeah, it's the original. Everything I sell is original. We are a very no repro group. We don't believe in repro here. Trying to find a no repro sticker to show them. Here, I'll just show you my wall. But we are the No Repro group, brother. No Repro is the tent pole of the Imperial Commissary. We don't like fakes. So yes, everything is real. I'm the guy that runs the Imperial Commissary. I'm the guy that, well, not runs it, founded it. So yes, everything you're going to see on the Imperial Commissary is real. If it's not, we have wonderful family here of collectors that'll sniff it out. Everything is vintage. The only things you might see something weird that isn't vintage is over here. Is the A-Wing Pilot the correct blaster? Is the A-Wing Pilot the one with the L or without the L, Arthur? And then I could tell you. But yes, this is Power the Force Luke with his proper blaster, perfect condition. Last 17 in your programs, number 1 in your hearts. Because Arthur, I have an Imperial Gunner too, so I have the blaster. If this isn't it, no L. Okay, let me check. Oh, if you need to check whether your blaster has an L or not, make sure you grab yourself one of the IC Toys Nashville eye loops. Just tell Andrea to add it to your box. She sells them for $10 a piece. They cost $20 if you buy them on Amazon, and they are not branded. Let me get the other blaster. I'll be able to tell you. Where did I see it? It was in this bag. See, it's even worse now because we're getting into the variations of the blasters. So whether it's the proper one for Imperial Gunner or A-Wing Pilot. It's the one with no L, correct? No L, okay. That's it. And that one has the L. Cool. So yes, it is 100% the correct blaster for the A-Wing Pilot specifically. And I'm going to put my L blaster with my Imperial Gunner, so that'll be correct as well. Man, get one of these eye loops, because I put it up there, so that's got to be right. All right, there you go. So yes, this is the proper blaster for the A-Wing Pilot. It is no L. So there you go. So even better. You can go and just grade that. And it is so nice. Here, you know what I'm going to do? Look at how nice this A-Wing Pilot is. And since he has the proper blaster, you can literally just throw him in a bag, throw him in the mail, send him to a grading company, and you will double your money of whatever you pay right here, right now. Because it's top shelf. I mean, I don't know what they're going to complain about and be like, nope, taking 5 points off for what? It's great. So, whatever. Yeah, it's really nice. Any rubs on the boots? Let's check it out. I see absolutely no rubs on the boots whatsoever. I see absolutely no rubs on this at all. But I mean, I am 40-something years old with 40-year-old eyeballs, but still. No, it's nice. I thought there was rub there, but it's not rub there. It's just a little bit of like, I don't know, nothing. Nah, like, look, it's... L is for pilot who takes out the superstar, sure. No, there's no scratching at all on his boots. Honestly, I'm looking at it as hard as I can look at it, and I mean, use your own judgment. You've seen high-definition pictures, probably on a 70-inch TV. But personally, I see absolutely nothing wrong with this A-Wing pilot at all. Zero. I see nothing wrong with it. I see absolutely nothing wrong with the Luke either. These are some of the best last 17 I've ever sold on the live auctions. And it's because, as I told you, I remember buying this collection, and it was a lady who just displayed. You know? The Return of the Jedi souvenir magazine, it is at $25. I'm actually going to call it soon if it doesn't get any more bids. It's in beautiful condition. It has, it's all behind the scenes info and like Ralph McQuarrie artwork and stuff. But it's very, very cool. I did read some of it if you want to hit rewind on the live auction. But it's a lot of like, the way I described it, as I said, it's essentially like that Disney show for Industrial Light and Magic, except in an analog version. It's really cool. Thursday night too, nice. Well, Toby Black's the one who told me to do it. Is Toby Black even here? Toby, you here? Because he was the one who put up like, everybody give it a like, and Michael do it Thursday. And I'm like, I don't want to do it Thursday. And then Andrea was like, I ain't doing anything Thursday. So I was like, all right, whatever. But it's been super fun, and she made me a hefty drink. So whatever. D is at 340. D is at 350. We got a bid on eBay there, or on YouTube. Yeah, there you go. All right, the vehicle maintenance energizer is at $25. I think I'm going to call that one. It's in very nice condition. The land speeder's at $35. I'm going to call the land speeder first. It's been there the longest. So we're going to call that land speeder at $35. Going once on the land speeder, going twice on the land speeder, going thrice on the land speeder, sold on the land speeder. To Alan Krebs at $35. Anybody want a Lily Lady removable rocket Boba Fett without the rocket? Just sits here. It's worth $8 billion. Crazy rare. Just sits here. Anybody need some Dagobahs? Aw, Mike. Okay. I have too many hands. Let's take this. Blaster. Let's call it vehicle maintenance energizer just to get it out of here. Hey, just got home and able to get on. What have I missed? What do you want me to show you, buddy? I'll show you. We're going to call it vehicle maintenance. Or no, I just got a bed. Nick rooms. Alright, so we'll just scooch this over here. Got a pretty dang nice Death Star droid. It's got a little bit of scratching, but... Oh, you want to see the Letty Fett? This is a removable rocket Lily Letty Boba Fett. It's extremely rare, extremely expensive. If it has the rocket, they go between $8,500 and higher. This one does not have the rocket. It's an extra of mine, but it is a removable rocket, and it is archived saying so from CAS. If it had the rocket, it would be worth about $9,000. Since it doesn't have the rocket, it's worth less. I have no idea how much less. It does say no blaster, no rocket. If you really want a blaster, I could throw it in. But I'd be willing to take a lot less. I've tried to sell it for $3,800, $3,500. I haven't gotten any bites on it. Just people want the complete one, I guess. But I mean, this is rare as heck, and it just sits there. And I have one with the removable rocket. But what happened is Lily Letty, they were manufacturing their Boba Fett's, and what they did is, because it's wonderful, made in Mexico, sold in Mexico, is they just kept manufacturing it even though they ran out of rockets. So what they would do is, at the end of the manufacturing process, they were just dropping the rockets in the back of the Boba Fett. So they were easy to remove because they weren't sonic welded. The way a rocket stays in a Boba Fett is before the two sides of the Boba Fett are sonic welded together. What happens is they have the rocket in there and they weld it into that. There's a line in the back of a Boba Fett. It comes off his chest, goes to the back. They weld it to that line, and that holds the rocket. But also, even if they forget to weld it, or it's a loose weld or a weak weld, the rocket will not pull out of the jetpack. It was a safety measure. Even if the rocket broke, they didn't want a kid eating it or anything like that. So, in Mexico, so as not to stop the production of Boba Fett on Lily Letty cards, they just kept producing him, and then right before he went on card, they dropped the rocket in the back. So that rocket would fall right out. You flipped him over. Which is very unsafe and totally illegal, but whatever. It is not a rocket firing Boba Fett. It's a Lily Letty removable rocket Boba Fett. It's just essentially a well-known factory error for ones that were only made and sold in Mexico, but only certain ones that were made and sold in Mexico during this little tiny point in manufacturing where their rocket production was backed up. So. But it's not a J or an L slot. It's not a rocket firing Boba Fett. Those are like hundreds of thousands of dollars now. This one, $3,500. It could be yours. Oh yeah, it's super expensive, Nick. Don't get me wrong. Pretty nice Death Star droid. He's got a couple scratches here and there, but they even do on cards sometimes. But he's got, look. I don't think he'd hold the D battery, but he holds the top just fine. What about a C battery? Let's see. Yep. That is a Death Star droid holding a C battery on its legs. If you have Death Star droids at your house, they usually don't do that. Because once you use their legs, they can't handle it. Think you could do a D battery? It's a lot of weight. D battery. D battery on a Death Star droid. Starting at $1. That's pretty great. Yeah. $3,800, $3,500. I'd take $3,000 off it. I don't want to sell it for nothing because the thing is it's really hard to come by a rocket, and I know the rockets do sell for about $4,000. I've seen them sell for $4,000. So, kind of go, if it's worth $9,000 with the rocket, I figure $9,000 minus $4,000 is $5,000. So I think $3,800 or $3,500 is dirt cheap. Can I see the Death Star droid bench press a D battery? You can if you hit rewind. It's very stressful on this side. I don't know if he can hold it with his hands. No way. I mean, his hands are strong, but no way he can hold the D battery because I can move him. Double A though, for sure. All right. Vehicle maintenance energizer at $35 for Nick Grooms. We're going to call it. We're about to call this book as well. All right. Going once on the vehicle maintenance energizer. Going twice. Going thrice. So, thank you, Aaron Moffat. All right. The Death Star droid's at $20 so far. Luke Endor complete is at $340 with. Sorry, 340 with Daniel Ramirez Jr. The A-Wing pilot with the A-Wing pilot blaster is at $358 with Mr. Arthur Liu, and Casey Blevins is in the lead on the Return of the Jedi official collector's book at $25. The book is essentially a behind-the-scenes book of Return of the Jedi. Am I not the lead on Luke Endor? Sundowners Club is in the lead on Luke Endor complete at $340. Yes, you are. Nick Grooms, $27 on E. $27 on E. What time is it? Yo, Chad, you want to cover me for a break? What do you guys want Chad to sell? Arthur Liu is out on C, so we could call the C. All right, Sundowners Club, the way it works, since you're new to buying from me, is send me a private message or an email or something. I don't know how it works on YouTube. Can you send me a private message?
I think Andrea last time. I think we've had a couple.
Oh, Andrea, do you know how to write him the info off of YouTube? Or you know what, dude? You have a Facebook profile. Andrea will send you a messenger message at the end of the sale through your Facebook profile. Because you wrote me on your Facebook profile. I remember your picture. All right. Dagobah foam. Out on C. So you can put up another figure here. Just
Not sold, right?
that's not sold. Yeah, if you want something from there. I was like, is Darth Vader holding a DT Obi-Wan saber? But he's not. That's crazy. I missed that. Here. Also, here. R5D4. Easy peasy. And a what a prune face, because those are hard to find. So prune face, R5D4. The Luke is good to go. The Luke Endor, I think you could call it for Sundowners Club, because somebody just said it out on it. The Max Rebo band did sell. I sold it second. It was like the second thing. And then, I don't know, you can sell whatever you want from in here. Don't sell that one yet.
Okay.
But anything else. Because that's ready to be called, and Luke is ready to be called, and you got a free space here on that.
Okay.
All right, Chad's going to cover for a minute. I'll be back in 5.
What's up, guys? Right. So I think we said we can call letter C. That one's at 340 with Sundowners Club. So give me 1 sec, and we'll put something else up. All right, we're going to call sold on letter C, the Luke Endor. It's Thursday. What's up, Casey? All right, the Luke Endor is sold. Congratulations to Sundowners Club. All right, let me get this up on A and C. So letter A, we got R5. This thing's got a beautiful sticker on it. Wow. This is be going up on letter A. R5, D4. The sticker's like in perfect shape. I don't see any wear or dings or anything on it. Focus. I'm real bad at getting this thing to focus. You can do it. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, perfect. Turn around. And of course, he goes out of focus when I turn it around. But there you go. If you want to see him closer, just let me know. That's letter A, R5, D4. Let's see here. You're welcome, Sundowners. All right. How are the Death Star droid's eyes and shoulders? Any silver spots showing through the paint? I don't believe so, but let's take a look. We'll do another close-up. Let me put this... No, never mind. We'll do it real quick. I think that's just a reflection. Hold on. Yeah, that's a reflection, so I think the eyes are good. Shoulders good too. Hold up. Trying to get to focus on the shoulders. Wow, I'm terrible at this. We got 15 on A. Let's see, this was on B. And the Death Star droid's at 25 bucks. Oh, Mike says his eyes are scratched. I thought that was a reflection. Yeah, I need glasses bad. They keep telling me to go to get glasses, but I keep lagging. So Mike says the eyes are scratched. So there you go. Looked like a reflection to me. You're welcome, Aaron. Wait a second. Who are you? I am Chad. I'm covering for Mike's break. Mike will be back in like 5 minutes. Nice to meet you, sir. All right, let's get up with this prune face on beef. Flip his cape up so you can see him. What? Oh, Death Star droid's on B. That's my bad. Death Star droid's on B, so prune face will go on C. Why am I so bad at getting this thing to focus? Ooh, there we go. Just to the back. Pull the cape down. So it looks like his cape's got a smudge on it. I can see that. Yeah, there's like some kind of smudge on the cape. And he's got his rifle. Sometimes these weapons are so hard to fit in their hands. I'm not even going to attempt it. I don't want to break the weapon. There you go. That's letter C. Complete prune face with this rifle. All right, let's go over them all real quick so we can see where everything's at. We got 30 on A. Yeah, sight is kind of important. My eyes just started going bad, so I've been stubborn about getting glasses, but I gotta go ahead and do it. Let's see. All right. So A, the R5D4 is at 30. Letter B, the Death Star droid is at 25. No bids on prune face yet, it looks like. The A-Wing pilot, letter D, is at 358 complete. And then the book, the Return of the Jedi book, is at 28. Official collector's edition book is at 28. Hey, don't give away my... Yeah, but I got like a 45, and my monitor's huge. It's like as big as a TV. Who needs glasses when you can just buy a bigger monitor, right? Although Mike's got these puny monitors in here that are hard to mount. I can see the big TV over here. we got 378 on D from Arthur. Oh, is that like the LASIK where they laser your eyes instead of getting glasses? I'm new to this whole getting glasses and contacts thing, so. Lens replacement surgery. We got 33 on A from Lester. Ooh, yeah, the Icy Toys eye loop. Sea dragons? Are you talking about, what are sea dragons? You're talking about, what do they call those things? Sea monkeys? Is that the same thing? Sea dragons and sea monkeys, are those the same? Do they not call it sea monkeys out here?
Yeah, that they saw on the back of books, like Ryan Shore.
Yeah, what are sea dragons? Aaron said he used this icy toy loop to spot his kids' sea dragons.
Well, maybe it's the same thing.
Sounds like the same thing. Yeah, sea monkeys. Okay. Yeah, those things are tiny. You can't see them until they grow a little bit. I remember having those when I was a kid. Those were fun. 35 on A from Matthew. 40 on A. Sea dragons sounds cooler than sea monkeys, to be honest. They should have called them sea dragons to begin with. Because he wants a swimming monkey.
Quality rebranding.
Yeah, I would rather have a swimming dragon than a swimming monkey. Rebranded to entice the kids, yeah. All right, guys, Mike's back. Have fun.
Okay, thanks, Sean. I like how somebody was like, "Who's this guy?"
Yes.
Alrighty, let's call this book for Casey Blevins at $28. Going once on the book, twice on the book, thrice on the book. Casey, you're gonna love that book, dude. It's very interesting. It's actually very interesting. Casey's just like, it's made of paper. I must have it.
But it's actually a really interesting book, dude.
All right. Next up for letter E. What used to be the only way to figure out what things were. The Talmart's Price Guide to Star Wars. We all remember this. But it's great if you're trying to figure out all the rare stuff or the weird stuff or the stuff that, you know, there it is. So there's the Talmart's Price Guide, starting at a buck. The history of Chilean sea bass. Is it not from Chile? All right, where are we at here? R5-D4 is at $40. Death Star Droid's at $25. Let's call it Death Star Droid. Prune Face Complete. Nobody has bid on Prune Face Complete. Prune Face is one of those figures that I think is way underrated because he's a rebel, if you didn't know. But also, number two, he is proprietary. His weapon is proprietary and his cape is proprietary. We've got no bids yet on Prune Face. Got a $5 bid on E, $10 bid on E on that Talmart's price guide. We got 20 on E. Let's call it Death Star Droid at $25. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Death Star Droid is sold. Can't go wrong for a $25 Death Star droid that was able to hold up a D battery on its legs. He's a good deal. Those used to go for $75 during COVID. Where is D at? D is at 378 with Mr. Arthur Liu on that beautiful A-Wing pilot. That's the thing. These ones have been so nice. You just send them off to grading, you're going to make that dough. For sure. Pilot has the wrong blaster. We are at 47 on A. D is at 388. C is at 13. Here's a beautiful boba. Where's my paper? I don't see really scratching on him. He's beautiful. Nice and shiny. I don't know what that is, but I'll check it out here in a second. Really nice boba. His paint is phenomenal. Let me see what's on his head here. Actually, that's just brown factory overpaint. I'm sure you can scratch it off. But that's just a factory mistake right there. It's a little bit of brown paint. Same as on his belt. Or on his face mask there. There's just a little swipe of brown paint. Probably when they were painting the face mask in the factory. But you can scratch that right off. This is a beautiful Boba Fett. Very, very nice shape. He does have a blaster with him. Blue-black blaster. Very, 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 very nice boba. You can call him olive chest if you want. I don't see... Well, maybe he's got some scratches now. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's crazy to say because it's a Boba Fett, but I don't see any scratches on his chest at all. So he's a nice Boba. Really, really nice Boba Fett there. He is a Hong Kong Boba. Yep, Hong Kong Boba. It's a really nice condition Boba Fett. Complete. Starting at $1. Arthur Liu, E at 35, E at 40. E's at 40 with Arthur Liu. We have R5D4's at 47. Beautiful R5. Prune Face is only at $16. Captain Proprietary, and nobody likes him. An A-Wing Pilot is at 388 with Arthur Liu. We could call that 388. If anybody wants to get in on that A-Wing Pilot, do it now or forever hold your peace. About to call it for Mr. Arthur Liu at 388. It'll grade nice, Arthur. You'll be happy. 380. Well, Arthur knows. Arthur always comes back, man. He likes my stuff. All right, Arthur Liu going once, going twice, going thrice on that A-Wing Pilot. So. real tight limbs on that A-wing pilot too. Nice piece. Congratulations on it. Here's a nice X-Wing. The wings are not holding open. Everybody knows if you want to fix that, you just unscrew the thing and flip this R2-D2 around and it'll catch again. Wonder if I can get it to catch here. Oh, a little bit. There we go. So actually it does work. You just got to make it catch. Yeah, it totally works actually. I just didn't push it hard enough. So that works. I don't know if the batteries work. Nope, the batteries are not going to work because there's 2 corroded batteries in there. Hold on. Pair of pliers or something up here. Definitely think I got a little bit of battery acid in my eye. That's fun. Ooh, Chad, you got a little pair of pliers up here? Like needle nose or something, or a Leatherman or whatever? You got a Leatherman or a little tiny pair of pliers or something? You yank those batteries out?
Yeah. Where are they?
Oh, just right
over there.
Yeah. It's just one's rotten. iPro, Mike. iPro, I know. I just definitely got some battery acid in there. That's all right. I went to college. I'm prepared for things in my eyes. We're going to put out an X-Wing. Chad's removing the batteries currently. But we'll put an X-Wing out there. All right, B at 43. We got A at 47. B is at 45. That's a beautiful boba. It really is. Prune Face is at $21, and the X-Wing will be right back. Chad's just ripping the batteries out. What do you guys want? Anything else? How about a carded figure or something? Would you like a carded figure? Out on E. What's he at? E is at $42 with Vanessa Jackson. Moose Warwick. You guys won all the last 17, huh? You know, Warwick was the toughest figure for me to get when I was completing my collection back in the day. Because there's a crap ton of fakes in him. Yeah, I got a Warwick right here, actually, so sure. But we're going to wait for the X-Wing on B, but I'll put out a Warwick next, so no worries. But yeah, Warwick was the toughest one for me to find. I bought like 3 or 4 of him, and they all had fake bows before I knew any better. And I think Warwick cost me probably like $500 by the time I was done, because I kept buying the little bit less expensive ones that ended up having fake bows and stuff like that. So. And then I started the Imperial Commissary, so it would stop happening to people. Repro is for the birds, I'll tell you what. For the birds. Any luck? Yeah. Awesome. I knew Chad would have a proper tool. So there you go. It's not a bad compartment. It just definitely had some rotted batteries in there. It needed a bit of work to get it, make it sound again. But it is a nice white X-Wing, good canopy. It does lock in. I did have it locking in before. It just needs a little bit of... There we go. So, nice white X-Wing. Got good stickers. Very nice and white. Look here, check it out. There's a white sheet of paper behind it, so you could tell how white it is. I mean, it's obviously not just out of the box, but it's a darn white X-Wing. Started $1. 12-year-old me was carrying that book to toy shows. I love it. That's a classic book, man, for sure. Let's call letter E. It's the Tomark Spice Guide for Vanessa Jackson at $42. Oh no, it just got another bid, so we're gonna let that one run. Nick Grooms is in the lead at $43. It just got another bid. Boba Fett completes at $45. That's too cheap for a Boba that looks that good, so I'm gonna show him again. Came across a pro repro guy on YouTube video. He did bring up ICCC and you. I believe it. I am very, very anti-repro. I don't even try to pretend about that. Because if I was trying to pretend about something, I'd like repro because those people like to pretend that they have collections. Ah! Ah, man. Listen, I can't buy a rocket-firing Boba Fett. But I do not have a fake rocket-firing Boba Fett because I am so sad I want people to think that I have a rocket-firing Boba Fett. Instead, I just accept that I cannot afford to waste $250,000 on a rocket-firing Boba Fett, and that I'd rather waste that money on a sci-fi convention. But, I don't know, man. I hate repro, and I'm always going to hate repro, and that is the tentpole the IC is built on. So, yeah, if you type in Mike Haven's repro onto YouTube, you will see plenty of people calling me a dictator and evil and blah, 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 blah. And all I can say back to them is some people like to work hard and achieve real accomplishments. Some people like to be fake sellouts and pretend that they have ever done anything special in their entire life. That's the difference between a repro collector and a real collector. So thank you for being part of the IC because you're a real collector, or else we would have kicked you out by now. That's hilarious. D has no bids. B is at 45. Do I think the mark on Boba's head will come off? Yeah, dude, here, check it. I don't think you want to, though, because it's people collect paint errors. It's what would be considered a paint error or a factory error. But here, look. See how it's the exact paint from Boba? So yes, if you hit that with some kind of paint remover thing, I don't know, it takes off paint. I don't know, probably nail polish remover or whatever. I bet you that would come right off. Because it's not like it's ink or Sharpie or something. It's literally just some of the paint from this that somebody just was lazy and dragged the brush by accident against his head lightly. So yes, I feel you could get it off, for sure. But also not guaranteed. But also, if you want me to, I mean, I could scratch it off right here. But I also don't want to scratch up your figure. So, but yeah, dude, it's just factory paint. You like that one, Patrick? Because if you liked fakes, we would have already thrown you out. Do you know what's funny? Here, I'm not going to say anything. And you know what? I hope everybody does well at everything. But did you know, if you happen to be keeping up with the con world and you see these conventions that on paper, or at least on their website, happen to look very, very similar to all the things that ICCC does, and it's somebody who bought a web page of collectors that was created many years ago and purchased the web page. If you happen to see that, just so you know, the convention, that convention there, just so you know, the people who own that are literally the only vendor ever to be thrown out of ICCC because we caught them selling repro year one. We told them they had to take it off the table because it wasn't allowed at ICCC. 2 hours later, they put the repro back on the table and were selling it again, and we threw them out. It is the only vendor ever to be kicked out of ICCC is the people making a, well, shoot, for lack of a better word, a repro convention of ICCC. So you might want to look into that. Just saying. Literally the only ones ever to be kicked out. Ever. And I won't mention the name of the convention. You guys know the name because collectors built a website with that name that took them 25 years to build, and then somebody with a bunch of money they made off repro came in and bought the website. But just throwing that out there. If you want to look into things, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. That's all I'm saying about that. All right, D is at $70. E is at $52. E is at $55 with Vanessa Jackson. E is at $57. All right, we're going to call that R5D4. Or no, I think, yeah. Yeah, it's been a while on the R5D4. Letter A at $47. Going once, going twice, going thrice. R5D4 sold. Reprovention. Sure enough. Well, I would call it a reprovention, except they don't really have any vintage Star Wars toys there for sale, so you can't really call it that because no, I'm sure they have some. But you know, it's funny. They were at ICCC. They were walking around, and I get told, "Here, I'll be straight up with you. I'll tell you straight up." So I get told the dude from CAS, Chris, was there, and he was taking them around to our vendors, and going, "Hey, you should go to this convention, right?" And I had a couple words for Chris, to be honest. So for some reason, CAS, who we have essentially helped grow and build themselves, like we have nothing to do with it, but we've always been nice to them and let them advertise on the IC and stuff. So CAS was walking around these fellows from this other thing, this the what would you call it? The reprovention. So CAS was walking around the guys from the reprovention to our vendor tables and stuff, and I don't know, the vendors were telling me, and I'm like, well, you know, you can vendor wherever you want. It's up to you. You know, I'm never going to hold you up. I want you to make your money because that's me. And it was funny because one vendor came up to me, and he's a sweetheart. He's been there forever. I'm not going to put him on blast and tell you his name, but you all know him. He's a great guy. IC member for years. And so he comes up to me, and he's like, dude, so CAS is bringing around these guys from Reprovention, and he's bringing them around, and they're trying to be like, oh, come on down. It's the best show. We're going to totally knock ICCC off the top of the mountain. We're going to have everything just like them. We're going to do a better job because we got more money because we got these backers, because they have backers, and they're also millionaires from selling repro for literally the past 45 years. Like, their dad was the king of repro until he gave the business to the children. So anyway, he goes, so they come over to me and blah, 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 which is another guy that's IC member forever. You all know him. And he's like, we told him to get out of here because we're IC for life, man. And I was like, well, you could sell anywhere you want to sell. And he's like, nah, forget that, man. Who goes around and does that and tries to have CAS walk around to poach your vendors? And I was like, and here's exactly what I said. I go, bro, I don't care. They bought a ticket. I said, their money's green, whatever, as long as they ain't selling repro here. And they didn't, you know, they didn't bring anything to sell there. They weren't selling there. They were just walking around poaching my vendors. And it was really, really funny. Poaching my vendors. They're poaching my my MCs. They're poaching my photo ops. They're poaching my tattoos. They're poaching my... It's really freaking crazy. So if you want to look into it, and then if you just go back and look at who those people are and where they got all their money to buy the collector's website and pretend it was theirs and throw conventions and do this and buy sponsorships for things that used to appear at ICCC for free that sold out and took the money and went and did that instead. If you look into it, it's hilarious because you go back and it is literally the only vendor ever to be thrown out of ICCCon for not selling repro once, but being told not to sell it and then putting it back out later as if we're morons that aren't going to double check the person selling repro. So, if anyone wants to go to the reprovention, feel free. I wish you the best. I'm sure there's very kind people there, and I know every single guest star that was at ICCC is going to be there. So you can go do that. But it's really crazy. It's really crazy. So anyway, but I won't ever say the name of the convention. I won't ever say the name of the people, but when you're walking into your photo op room before it opens and they're sitting with your photo op guy and they're just attendees, it's filthy. And then when your vendors walk up and they say, hey, CAS is trying to help them poach your vendors, but we're IC for life, so we're not going to do it. Or when you have and I'll shout them out, wonderful Adam Chitwits of the world that throw away flyers that they're handing out. You know what I mean? It's nice. And the funny thing is I sat down and people were like, well, what do you think about this convention? And I was like, well, to tell you the truth, man, they're the only people ever to be thrown out of the ICCCon. So it's kind of weird that people support them in any way. But whatever, you know, God bless. It ain't my world. But then they were like, oh, what was it? And I was just like, oh, it's funny to see who sells out for the cash and who doesn't. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It was really shocking because, see, here's the thing. CAS, when it first started off, nobody would believe in it. Nobody used it. We just let them do it on the IC, and we encouraged it. And Ross is a buddy of mine. Ross Barr is a great guy. He wasn't the guy that did this. So I don't know. We've always been helpful and nice to CAS. You know what I mean? We give them an opportunity to answer back when people are frustrated with their service or whatever. We let them advertise constantly. When every other Facebook group was ripping them apart when they started, we were like, hey, they're trying their best. Maybe they're going to come through. It's nice to have two different grading companies in America, so that way there's actually some kind of competition, which has brought us bubble protectors. It's brought us better cases. It's brought us better stands, clamps, clips, better displays. So that's wonderful. You know what I mean? And that's what we thought CAS would do, and that's what was very, very nice. But I was really, really shocked that a company that essentially, without the IC, CAS would have been destroyed, because the old school collectors that hate IC hate CAS. So without the ICC, or without the IC and without ICCC, CAS would have never gotten anywhere. Certainly not been a viable competition to the AFA. So I was really, really shocked. And I'm telling you, I'm going to get a phone call tomorrow about this. But I did write to them right after the show, and I said, hey, bro, it's kind of weird that the CAS guy that I know, that I've been friends with for years, is walking around my convention poaching people, trying to poach my vendors for a convention that is completely built on repro. It seems odd. And I don't know. So take that with whatever grain of salt you want, but I find it to be really, really weird that, I don't know. I find it to be really, really weird that they're going to have a live band led by Steven Constantino at their convention. That kind of seems like our thing. I kind of feel it's weird that they added tattoos this year when they have never had tattoos. I feel it's kind of weird that they have added every single last guest star I have had that would go to their convention. There's a lot of people in the Star Wars universe. Except for the Ninja Turtles people, because they're only a Star Wars convention. And I find it weird that they would... I don't know. I find it weird that they took my photo op guy and Steven Constantino and Michael Brown and, like, Margot Apostolos and, like, 5 of my guest stars to, like, Benihana to try to pitch them for their repro convention. It's weird. So, whatever. God bless. I hope they enjoy the show. But, I don't know, man. Shady is as shady does, I'll have to say. But that all got us on this because you were like, what about repro? You know, yeah. There is a repro convention. Anyway, I'm dropping it. I'm moving on. All right. We're calling our R5D4. I did call. I just have to take him down. And how about a Warwick? Last 17-year program's #1 in your hearts. No repro here because it's the Imperial Commissary. And he's in beautiful condition because it's the Imperial Commissary. Literally the best place in the world to buy, sell, or trade authentic vintage Star Wars toys. If you want fakes, go to eBay or go to the repro convention there. ReproCon, where everything is fake, even all our ideas. Or everything is, I don't know, stolen? Even all our ideas and connections? Something like that. But anyway, see, I'm not grumpy about it at all. Dude, I have no fault at all with my guys going to the Benihana. But I do have to say hats off to Mark Alley, the photo op guy. He's like, dude, I ain't going with them. You crazy? He's like, I love IC. And I was like, hell yeah, brother. Ooh, I just said heck. Sorry, I'm not supposed to swear. But that made me really, really happy. And with guest stars and stuff like that, guest stars, go to every single person that will give you money to sign your name. I support you 1,000,000,000%. You have nothing to do with the repro, no repro fight. Humans, look at where you're going and look at who runs what you're going to. Because all the gigantic conventions are run by Informa. Go Google it. And shady repro sellers that have sold repro for 40 years that have millions of dollars from selling, I'd say, half of the repro. Check out if they maybe bought a website that used to be reliable. So I don't know. Well, the thing is they think they can. Yeah, there you go. Some people think they can on their own and have to copy, steal from others. The thing is they can copy. They can copy our guest stars, but the IC is not about guest stars. They can copy our vendors, but they probably won't because our vendors are epic. They can copy our format. They can copy the con men, the live music, the bands, the this, the that. They can copy the nighttime thing. They could copy. They haven't ever done room sales, but I'm quite sure that'll be on their list. They can copy whatever they want. Here's the thing that they can't copy. Okay? This is the thing that they don't get. These people don't get, and it's because it's such an anomaly. It's so weird, and I'm going to be straight up and tell you right now. And it's the thing that like, even the old school guys that have hated us, some old school guys are great, and they love us, and they're sweethearts, and I love them. You know, shout out Ron Salvatore, sweetheart, intelligent, best old school guy I've ever known. But some people can try to fake the convention. They can try to fake the nightlife. They can try to fake the after parties. They can try to fake room sales. They can try to, even their tattoo artists. Wow, you want to go look at the difference between the quality of tattoo artists? Go check that out. It's bonkers. Ours are way better. But they can fake all those things. the thing they can't fake, and that most of these people don't get, because if you're selling repro, or if you're, I don't know, trying to help somebody poach vendors or something like that, then you don't understand what this is about. You're in it for the money. You're trying to make money because it's your sole source of income. And they don't understand that the Imperial Commissary, it's made up of actual friends. Friends that have become family. Family that has become close and that goes to a nice reunion every single year. They will never, ever, ever be able to repro the heart that we have. And I know it might sound silly to you, and if you've ever seen Rudy, it might sound a little less silly, but you know what the IC has? It has miles and miles of heart. And they can't ever fake heart because it is hard to come by. And it is from years of love and family and passion and caring and fighting against repro and fighting against fakes and making sure this hobby lasts forever. And we have miles and miles of heart. And you cannot purchase it. If you could purchase heart, the Yankees would have 57 world championships instead of 27 or 26. Can't fake heart. We have that. So I love you all, and now I'll shut the hell up. And I said hell 3 times. Oh my gosh. I hope Annibal isn't watching. He'll toss me. All right, let me scroll up, and then I'll read all your things. I'm sorry, go over the wall. But still, that just made me totally because I went to ICCC when I was in Lebanon. My son's had sports going on last 2 events. Awesome, brother. It's a great show, man. Yeah, everybody likes a new venue. I'm in the UK. We got a direct flight, buddy. Come on over. You'll love it. Custom creator. Do it up. The electronics do not work on the X-Wing. Or maybe, but it was like the batteries were corroded inside. Some people can't think on their own and have to copy. Yeah, well, somebody who makes all their money off of repro, you would think that they're pretty good at copying things. I'd take some free money on it. A is at 50. Vanessa Jackson is focused. So is Arthur Liu. A is at 88. Andrew, it is odd in poor form to show up and try to poach vendors and guests to begin with. From comics to toy collecting, most every transaction has to be backed by one's word, honor with goodwill. Whenever that's been broken, word gets out. I've seen people ruin their own reputation over $5, and nothing surprised me. Dude, that's what I'm saying. If people just bothered to Google who these people were, their convention would be a ghost town. Because all their money came from selling fakes. Their dad sold fakes for 40 years. It's so blatantly obvious. And then they bought a website that had a good reputation before they purchased it. That's been around forever. And now here we are. Vanessa Jackson, $100 on A. Arthur Liu, $148 on A. Vanessa Jackson, $155 on A. That's Warwick with the bow. He's still cheap. Warwick's cheap right now. What's the condition of the X-Wing? It's really nice, but it did have batteries in it. And you gotta, mess with the R2. Not really mess with the R2, but push the R2 down deliberately to lock the S-foils in attack position. Arthur Liu, $188 on A. Vanessa Jackson, $195 on A. You should definitely try to make it sometime. You'd love it. Yeah, dude, it's super fun. I have no idea how anyone can hate on the IC. Oh, brother. Join the admin team one day. You'll see the shopping list. There's groups dedicated to it. Michael has a couple of my customs from the 5th group. Han and Luke Hoth repaints. Oh, dude, yours are really nice. Brian Smith, or Brian, is that Brian? Brian? Be his friend if you like customs. He has, I remember even the goggles, dude. They're really nice. He does a really good job. Huber host, love, faith. Amen. There we go. George Kaufman would like to know the condition of that. What a speech. There's Andrea being like, listen, Mike. She told me. She was like, don't even say anything. What does it matter? But you know what? I said something because somebody was like, what do you think about repro? And that always gets me off. Gets me going. So whatever. C is at 23. Yeah, Brian's customs are really quality. So check them out. There you go, man. You sell enough customs before ICCC, you get your trip for free. Alrighty. Boba Fett complete at $55. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Boba Fett complete. The X-Wing is only at $70, and you got to figure just the blaster cannons and the canopy is worth more than $70. Mr. Anderson wins Boba Fett. That's a nice Boba for the price, dude. You did good. How about a nice Rancor for letter B? It's actually a really nice Rancor. Whoa. Let's call Prune Face. $24. Once, twice, three times. Prune Face sold. To Nick Grooms. Any issues with the stickers on the X-Wing? No, it looks really nice, man. You see it spinning. The X-Wing does look really nice. Yeah, look, you can see all the stickers, or else I'd take it down and show you. But no, the stickers look nice, man, for sure. One day, Prune Faces are going to be worth a lot of money because they're so proprietary. Always put some money on a nice pet. Sure enough, dude. Me too. I can't even pass them back up at toy shows and stuff, and I see them all the time still. What do you guys want? You got any Midnight card collectors in here tonight? Or no? Those just Tuesday nighters. Prune Face just had a bid. Sorry. It's up there for like 10 hours. Who bid on Prune Face? I don't see another bid for Prune Face. Oh, I see Nick Groom's bid on it, but that's okay. There you go. All right, how about a nice Yoda? Very nice Yoda. Doesn't look to have any scratching on his fingers or his toes. It's a really nice Yoda. Starting at $1. Letter C, a very nice Yoda, starting at $1. Oops. Waiting for Disney Retcon to turn Prudenface into a Botham. That'd be crazy, man, if they did that. What is letter A and B at? A is at... A is at 208, and B is at... I don't think B has a bid yet. It's a perfect condition Rancor. Really nice shape. No bids. We got $1 on C, $60 on C. A is at 210 with Vanessa Jackson. We're going to call that Tollmart's price guide for $60. Going once on the Tollmarts, going twice on the Tollmarts, going thrice. Sold on the Tollmarts. Want to do a carded figure? Here, let's do a carded figure. Alright, carded figure. You know what? We should do that where we could put it. That's right. Yeah, I'm going to wait on the carded figure so I can put it up on the main board. Let's find some paperwork to put up over here. The Mystery of the Rebellious Robot. It's a Star Wars book about R2-D2. It's actually really cool. Random House. Oh, there's Jawas in the book, baby. Look at that. Andrea likes Jawas. But this looks vintage to me. I do not have a date on it. Oh, yeah, there it is. 1979. The Mystery of the Rebellious Robot from 1979. Very cool. Stirring it about. It's 1979, the R2-D2 book. D is at 70. The Rancor is only at $40, but it's a beautiful Rancor. It's way too cheap. All right, we're at 210 on Warwick Complete. Yoda completes at $60. The Rancor is only at $55, and the X-Wing is only at 70, but the X-Wing has been sitting there forever. So, Aaron, you just got an X-Wing that's worth $125 for $70. Sold! Seems like everybody has something to do on Thirsty Thursday. Well, Mike Stanford said, well, I can't let it go that cheap. That's ridiculously cheap. So, it is. If you want to bid on that X-Wing, get in on it. Sorry, Aaron. Mike bid $72 at the last second, buddy. I'm sorry. A is at 210, and it's a perfect condition Warwick. Should be at 250, but it's not. Here, I can tell you, this should be at least $100 to $110 because none of the teeth are even scratched, and its legs are strong, and it's only at $55. Don't know why. Yoda should be at about $75 because his feet and fingers aren't scratched. The X-Wing should at least be at $100 to $125 because it has a nice canopy. All the stickers are nice. It's a white X-Wing. And Warwick should be at $250. It's just what the prices should be. They are currently at, Warwick is at $210. The Rancor is at $55, which is bonkers. Because here's the thing with the Rancor. You want to know that the teeth are nice and that the legs are strong. The legs are obviously strong. It's on a spinning wheel. But look at the teeth. They're not even scratched. So like that Rancor, it's worth $125 all day long. Currently, it's at $55. I don't know why. I guess people are just looking past it or something, or nobody needs it. But that's so cheap. Yoda, for it not to have scratches on the toes of Yoda, is like, that never happens. And then the X-Wing is just, I mean, you got to figure that's 10, 20, 30, 40 just in blasters. Then you've got a $50 canopy. That's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 bucks right there. And you can throw away the white X-Wing with all the perfect stickers. And it's still worth more than it's at. You know what I mean? I don't know. But just throwing it out there. So if you need a nice Rancor, I mean, great teeth. Like, there's not even a scratch on his teeth. No kid has ever shoved a Grammarian guard in this Rancor's mouth, which is sad for this Rancor, but it's a nice Rancor. Okay. Yeah, $70 on B, $70 on B. There's some Rancor purchasers. Mystery of the Rebellious Robot is at $15. Arthur Liu came back for the last 17 at $218. Is the Warwick complete? $218. He's a good deal. Sorry, Aaron. I don't know what happened there, but it just started taking off. But that X-Wing sat there. I was calling it for you, bud, at $70. But now it's at $100. Aaron Moffat in the lead. Hey, you guys want a min on card or something? I'm going to call the X-Wing at $100 for Aaron Moffat. So I got space. Going once, going twice, going thrice. X-Wing is sold. Huh. Sure enough, Aaron, I appreciate it, buddy. Yes, all proceeds go towards building the ICCC. That's why it's super duper awesome and won't require you to mortgage your house to attend. Unlike other conventions, you don't have to get a second mortgage to attend ICCC. All right, we're going to do a min on card. This one's really nice. The good is the bubble is great. The Toys R Us sticker is beautiful. The card is very, very nice. The only bad is the tab tear. But otherwise, it is beautiful. It is last 17. No cracks, no squishes, no dents in that bubble, no nothing. It's a nice, nice bubble, nice card. Very clean. Very nice. So last 17 in your programs, number one in your hearts. This will ship in a star case, and I have a star case here. Starting at $1. Last 17, General Lando. My Rancor had a Slimer from the real Ghostbusters stud and sucking his throat when I bought it. Hey, that's a good find, man. I've found lots of stuff in Rancors, man. You find blasters constantly, parts and pieces of things. D, $5. D, $10. I'm not going to read letter D till you get it up to, I don't know, something that's a reasonable price for a last 17 min on card fully sealed. Thank you, Aaron. See, Aaron is a sweetheart. He's like, I just want to help Mike not waste his voice, so I'll still put in a low bid because I don't want a Lando General, but at least he won't have to say $5, $10, $11, $12 for 8 hours. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron, just you always hang out, bro, and always just, help out because I love it. And you're wonderful. But yeah, look at all this nonsense, and I don't have to say any of those because of you, Aaron. So I appreciate you. Yes, today is the day you're going to get a mint-on card, General Lando, for $8. Come on, guys. All right, everybody done on the Mysterious of the Rebel Robot magazine there? It's at $16. It's very cool. No, I know. I see Aaron do it. He's like, here, man, so that way I don't affect the bidding and everyone can still get it cheap, but also you don't have to just sit there and waste your voice the entire night. Aaron's great, man. Not to mention that he also gives me free lawyer stuff for the nonprofit. So Aaron's just a sweetheart. So I like him. If you ever want anything, Aaron, you get first dibs. All right, we're gonna call the Mystery of the Rebellious Robot at $16. Going once for the Mystery of the Rebellious Robot. Going twice. Going thrice. Oh nope, he is at 20. New bid, Nick Grooms. The Rebellious Robot still has action on him. Word Complete is at 218 with Arthur Liu, $218 with Arthur Liu. Mr. Wallace has the Rain Corps at $70. Daniel Ramirez Jr. has the Yoda Complete at $65 currently. And Aaron, you're still in the lead on General Lando, but that's just because people have to bid. And it'll happen eventually. So I'm just waiting. You guys bid whenever. Yeah, thanks, Aaron. I appreciate you, man. Saving my voice. Also, for the record, everybody, Toby Black is the one that suggested Thirsty Thursday, and he's the one that put up the vote. Yet I see no Toby Black, so everybody give him grief on Taco Tuesday. And be like, dude, you were the one that said you wanted Thirsty Thursday, and you forgot to come. Just like, ha-ha, grief. I don't really care in real life. I was just, it's funny. I like messing with Toby Black. He's a good dude. We got Massey Michael, $25 on the R2-D2 book. Rebellious Robot. All right, I sold a loose Lando General for $275 yesterday, so... Not if you're posted on the Deal No Deal page. But I don't know, brother. I don't handle the day-to-day on that group, so just ask any of the admins, and they'll help you out. You did show up rock steady. That is what counts. But no, I was saying give grief to Toby because he was the one. It was his idea. It's his idea, and he forgot to come. Massey Michael, 230 on D. Yoda Complete letter C is only at $65. General Lando's at $230, and I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at eBay, and they sell for more than that. So the problem is we have one bidder on General Lando, so there's nobody to bid against him. Where's Arthur Liu? Arthur Liu, don't you need another last 17 men on card, buddy? Come on, bud. Arthur was doing something else. You did second his Thirsty Thursday. This is all your fault, Rocksteady. C is at $65. Yes, it is a Warwick Sundowner. It's mint complete. Well, I hate saying mint. Very nice, complete Warwick. Great condition. With bow. Warwick is at 218. 218. All right, we're going to call the Rancor for $70 just so I can get it out of my way. Rancor going once, going twice, going thrice. Thank goodness. Thank you, Arthur Lou. I appreciate it. Arthur Lou is back. Arthur Lou is always good for buying less 17. He's always down for some less 17. And Arthur, if you ever get out, man, I want to tell you about a little charity called IC for Life, because you're going to have more last 17 than anybody I know. Dude, you just crushed it on that Rancor. Congratulations. Absolutely crushed it, brother. He's so nice. All right, folks, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Gracias, Del Taco. Dude, Arthur, you know you're supposed to be sending me some dumplings, man, because I like me some dumplings, man, and I will take ice cold dumplings or whatever. They'll be fine. 2 days. I don't have a loose A-wing right now, Rocksteady. Sorry, bud. How about a really nice R2 sensor scope? Womp, womp, womp. +1 for an A-wing. Look at really, really nice R2 sensor scope. Sure, I got a TIE Pilot laying around. Stirring it a buck. R2 sensor scope. We're at $258 on the General Lando. $258. That's about $100, and the cheapest one is sold on eBay in the past 6 months. Just throwing it out there. You don't have to bid up higher, but just saying. We finally got into $100 cheaper than it should be. Any squids with variant capes? Are those really variant capes? What are the rules? You got to ask Thomas Fagan about that. Or are they just like staining or... Well, I'm sure there's variant capes. I don't know. I don't even see a squid in here. Ah, they're in the Return of the Jedi box. Yeah, Arthur, I'm waiting on them, baby. I love me some dumplings, man. That's good. TIE Pilot. Those are all Return of the Jedi, right? ESB type of, right? Problem is for me to find a TIE Pilot, it's in that thing over there. We gotta sell some of these boxed vehicles, guys. I was looking for orange Cape squids today. I know of the ones, the Lily Letty ones. There's a red in Lily Letty. And then you can get, is it really bright orange? Because I like orange things, man. I would buy that. Or is it just like a rust color? They're really cool things. I got an Imperial shuttle over there. Wow, cool. Look at how cool this is. They spiced it up with all the extra stickers that were on a thing. But it looks cool. Check it. But those are like all the extra stickers that are on a sticker sheet, you know, with the X's and stuff. That's cool. It's really nice condition, actually. I like Dan Miller. Dan Miller. Good evening, Dan Miller. Bees at 50. You have any of those box AT-ATs? I do have a box AT-AT. I can bring it next week. I'll bring it on Taco Tuesday for you. I think it's Return of the Jedi box. Maybe. It might be Empire. I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't put that on because I got a box for it. Yes, the we'll grab it next week, baby. It's an Empire Strikes Back AT-AT. There you go. That's from the Dagobah. Okay, where are we at here? Box AT-AT is the first thing I purchased. Nice, dude. All right, here's where we are, folks. Sundowners is in the lead on Warwick Complete. Sundowners, you crushed it today, man. You got to get your real profile together and come join the IC. You'll love it. R2D2 Sensor Nick Grooms is in the lead. Mr. Ramirez is in the lead on Yoda at $65. And Lando General Lester Ang is in the lead, and it's only at $258. Once again, it is a fully sealed bubble. Got his blaster right there, the $250 blaster right there. And it's currently at $258. Fully sealed. The only thing wrong with it is a tab tear, which is minimal. Like, look. That's literally, right now, you're going to be kicking yourself tomorrow if you need this. It's $258. And Lester Ang, you're crushing it, buddy. So if you win it, that's okay, because you've always been a nice guy. So whatever. But nonetheless, this is selling way too cheap, this Lando General. Way too cheap. And Warwick is kind of cheap, but you know what? It's nice because Sundowners is going to have his first free purchases from the IC through YouTube, and he's going to love the IC forever because he bought really, really nice last 17 he's been looking for, so he'll be good to go. All right, folks, here we are. We have Warwick complete at $225. We have R2-D2 sensor scope at $55. Very nice condition. We have Yoda complete at $65. And a Lando General 92 back, fully sealed mint on card with a great bubble. No cracks, no squishes, no nothing on that bubble. And it's only at $258, which is ridiculous. Yeah, there you go. Rocksteady notes. It's sickeningly cheap. Yes, it is sickeningly cheap. Arthur Liu, $268 on the Lando General. All right, kiddos, we got 3 minutes left tonight, and then we're calling it a day. So get in your bids, bid early, bid often, ASAP, or else you will miss out. Aaron Schellner at $270 on D, $270 on D. Yeah, Aaron, if you need it, keep it. If not, dude, sell it tomorrow and make $100. Ain't nothing wrong with a free $100. Put it right on the IC. I don't care. Hey, we got the Rebellious Robot. Massey Michael is going to win on Crazy Lettery at $31. Going once, going twice, going thrice. So, $31. We got the Sundowners Club on A at $235. $235 on A. Got $278 on D, Arthur Liu. No, E sold to Massey Michael. Sorry, Nick Grooms. What time is it? It's 7:59, so I'm going to shut down E. And these are the last items up for sale currently. Wow, Bright Incredible Customs. I left you up on the screen the whole time. Some people would pay money for that. For such an advertisement. Nick. You and Massey Michael were always going at it on letter E. Lesterang, $66 on B. We got Lars Hausman, 65 on B, 66 on B. All right, I'm going to run through it again. Warwick complete A at $235. Sundowners in the lead. Lars Hausman is in the lead on R2-D2 sensor scope. Daniel Ramirez is in the lead on Yoda complete at $65. And Lando General Arthur Liu is holding the lead at $278. Good night, Arthur Liu. See you on Taco Tuesday. Arthur Liu is out on A. So A is going to go to Sundowners at $235. Calling A, going once, going twice, going thrice. A is at $235 to Sundowners, and it's sold. That's Warwick complete. B is at 72 with Lars Hausman. There you go, Sundowners got it. Lesterang on B at $75. $75 on B. Arthur Liu is in the lead on the Lando General mint on card at $278. Yoda complete is at $65. And R2 sensor scope is at $75. All right, folks, 801. So get in your bids right now. I am calling all these right now in succession, one after the other. So if you want to bid on it, do it now. And I will finish off with the Lando General. That is going for only $278, which is the cheapest Lando General to be sold on eBay or anywhere on a mint-on card in the past 6 months. So look into that right quick before I get to it. next up that I'm selling is going to be the Yoda. So Yoda is currently at $65 with Mr. Ramirez Jr. We're going to call that Yoda going once, going twice, going thrice. Letter C Yoda at $65. We just got a $77 bid on B from Lars Hobsman. Nick Groom says 280 on D, 280 on D. Nick Grooms is in there on the min-on card, Lando General, 280 on D. If anybody else wants to get on a Lando General or R2-D2, it's happening right now, so do it right now. R2-D2 is going for... R2-D2 is next. It's going Lars Hausman is in the lead at $77. We just got another bid on Lando General at $288, Mr. Arthur Lou. All right, and we're going to say going once on R2-D2 sensor scope for Mr. Hausman, going twice, going thrice. Sold. This is the price of a loose Lando General with coin. Yeah, it is. It's the wrong day to sell a min-on card, I guess. All right, last chance on that Lando General. It is cheap. Selling it right now. Going once. Going twice. Going thrice. Arthur Lou, 288. Sold. At least it's going to Arthur Lou because he is a sweetheart. And he's going to send me dumplings, so I'm cool with it. Well, Nick Grooms just put in a bid on D at 290, 290 on D. So it's still alive. Arthur Lou, the option is to you. Casey Blevins needs them loose. Sell it to him, I'm good. Okay. So then you want to do the Arthur Lou? Going once, going twice, going thrice. Arthur Lou, good to go. All right, cool. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for playing along. Thanks for being part of the IC. I bought a loose Lando for $275. That's crazy. It's been on card for that price. Yes, this went super duper cheap. So tell all your friends how cheap this went, and then I'll see you all on Taco Tuesday. Because that was cheap. Have a great weekend, everybody. I love you. Thanks for being part of the Imperial Commissary. Good night.